Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Big up to everyone over on Chelsea Fan TV. And here we are again with another daily transfer update, people. Make sure you smash the likes on both streams, guys. Subscribe to both channels if you haven't done so already. And there's a little bit of news to get into, as there always is with Chelsea. Twitter seems to be fixed at this point in time, which is great news. Makes my life a lot easier, and it makes it a lot easier for all the football transfer news. But as always, guys, as I said, lots to get into. We've had a leaked version of the away kit for the upcoming season, which we'll get into. Potentially 10 more players could be leaving the club this month. Mike Maignan and Andre Onana considered too expensive by Chelsea as they look for a number 2 goalkeeper to challenge Kepa rather than a new number 1. We're going to get into that. Congratulations to Levi Colwill and Noni Madueke for making the semi-finals of the European Under-21 Championships. There's still a big gap in valuation, guys, between Chelsea and AC Milan for Christian Pulisic. The Blues want 25 million, and Milan have started conversations at around 13 million pounds. We've got a bit of a gap in valuation there. Of course, Chelsea have opened talks with Moises Caicedo officially, and they're going to look to move fast this week to get a deal done. We've called our interest in Romeo Lavia as well, which is an interesting move. And we've obviously got the injury situation from last season to go through as well, because a report came out today about how we had the most injuries in the league, the most hamstring injuries. And we are going to obviously get into all that. But guys in the chat, big up yourselves. Make sure you say hi in the chat, get involved. Let me know where you're tuning in from around the world, people. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat before we get this show on the road. Excuse me. Hope we put bid in for Caicedo this week. Let's hope so. Cherky to Chelsea's opening. Yeah, potentially. God of Frogs, big up my guy. Big up the chat as always. Caicedo is a must. I think we have him, but can't rest until it's finalised. Yeah, you can never rest until it's finalised with a Chelsea transfer because we've been stung many times before. Can't be going down that road again. Michael, big up to you. There are still no elite players. No, I totally disagree with that. Fabrizio said Chelsea are only talking about Caicedo at the moment. No other players in the conversation. No. What else have we got going on here? Osimhen potentially. Silva's elite. Yep. Big up. Yep. Rabbit Blue Blood. Big up my guy. DJ South. Big up. Why don't we try for Wirtz plus Wirtz as a Mount replacement? Well, I think there's potential interest in Wirtz, but I would imagine that Gabri Vega is going to be a far more likely replacement for Mason Mount if we get there. Wirtz would also be a lot of money as well. Chelsea also in for Vlahovic apparently is a priority for them. I did see that, but they just appreciate him and there's no concrete interest. I did, but Fabrizio has clarified those reports saying that Chelsea appreciate the player, but nothing concrete has really happened. No bids have gone in or anything like that. Top 6 clubs all have international goalkeepers, and we have look, we're going to get into the goalkeeping situation because it's a bit of a strange one potentially. AC Milan, yeah, exactly, mate. Really tough. Watching Noni and Mudryk, they can't be. Oh, that mate, Madueke has been very good at the 21 euros. Him meaning Poch. Yes, big up Alako. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Niger, fair. I'm not sure what that is. Somewhere in Africa, I presume. The club did an awful job with Pulisic, not giving him an excuse, but he should have been gone last summer. Yeah, it's always quite difficult. Big up from South Africa. Love that. Liverpool apparently getting Lavia too. Yeah, Liverpool seems to be in a strong position at Lavia. We're going to get into that situation. What else are people saying in the chat? If we have to part with Colwill to get Caicedo, then fair enough. I was of the opinion of that as well, but I've maybe slightly changed my mind now, having watched more of Levi Colwill and having seen that Koulibaly's gone now as well. I don't think we can afford to lose another centre-half because then we'd have to go and buy another one, is my opinion. Big up everyone worldwide. Yes, Vega has nothing on Wirtz. Fair. Thoughts on getting... I like Gabri Vega. Again, I think it would be a decent signing, but ultimately, £34 million release clause, easy deal to do. And if Chelsea are serious about getting him, I know obviously a lot of the eggs are in the Caicedo basket at this point in time, but still, we need to start moving people. We do. Because Evercole might be asking too much. No, I don't think so. No more news on Cherky. Arsenal going to hijack Caicedo. Nah, no chance, big factos, no chance. Not sure where you're getting all this money from, considering you've sold no one. Enzo Lefebvre, again, there's a few. Enzo Lefebvre at Lorient's a decent player. He is a decent player. Watching from England, yeah, Nigeria. That's what I thought. Hackney Central. Big up the Hackney Massive. What we've got going on here? Hi, they're all in the new teammates at Chelsea need to gel together. Yes. It's a little bit concerning that. It's a concern. Warm Heart of Africa. Is that Kenya, maybe? I'm not very good with my flags. But yeah, big up from Africa. Nico said it badly. Agreed. Liverpool are doing good business. No two ways about it. Yes, big up Uganda, all the Chelsea fans out there as well. Are Madrid really selling Tchouaméni? No, I absolutely don't think so. We're not going to get De Jong. Time to Cucurella and Chilwell, get rid of Ziyech and Chalobah. Ziyech will go somewhere. I don't know where. Been busy working, but now I can watch live. Big up. Hope your day's been all right, mate. Live again. Yeah, we are live again. Yeah. Cherky is a bad boy. He's a good player. We can only guess which players will come because the club said they're going for one player at a time. We'll get into that stuff in a second, mate. We'll get into that. Big up from the US. Yes, big up to all the American Chelsea fans. We want Gallagher gone. Yeah, I suspect he will go. Arsenal FFP. Yeah, I thought that was Kenya as well. We need Tchouaméni. I mean, Tchouaméni, we could have had Tchouaméni, but we have Tuchel and Scott McLaughlin to thank for that fuck up because they said that he wasn't ready and we got Saul instead. So yeah, we can blame those for missing out. Yes, big up from Exeter, Southwest Massive. Loving the third kit. I think it's the away kit if we're referring to the leaked kit, unless something else has just come out now. What is the most defensive position Enzo can play? Enzo can play as a number 8 for sure. No exit imminent for Chilwell at all. I know you don't like Chilwell, Panda, but there's no imminent exit at all. Need a top goalkeeper. Yeah, we do need Reece to be captain. I think it'll be Thiago Silva. Just spent 600 mil without saying anyone. Arsenal won't hijack Caicedo. I'd be shocked if that happened. Big up from Malawi. Loads of love from Africa. Right, people. We said hello in the chat. We've got a few things popping off. Let's get into things then, guys. Let's start. We've got big up from Ghana as well. Would you trust James as a backup DM? In an absolute emergency, but not in an ideal situation? Are we getting another striker aside Jackson? We'll get into this conversation as well, mate. I'd like to think so, but it could prove quite difficult to do in terms of lack of options, not necessarily finances. Thought Chelsea would do business with Inter Milan to get Onana, taking it in, considering they want cement boots Lukaku. Bad business. Look, it's always difficult to know. Please sell Cucurella and Gallagher. Fair. This flag here, is that Bangladesh? I think that's Bangladesh, that one. No chance Arsenal hijacking Kaisado. Well, I hope not, because we'll have to come back to this and it'll get clipped up if they do. So hopefully that's not the case, people. Hopefully that isn't the case. But let's kind of wait and see on that one. By the way, guys, I'm running a poll at the top of the chat whether you subscribe to the channel or not. The 11% of you that haven't subscribed, if you could subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. You might just be bantering and saying no to cause chaos. But if you're one of the 11% locked in now and you've not subscribed, people, then please do click that subscribe button to my channel and to Chelsea Fan TV. It massively, massively helps out, guys. Right, let's get this show on the road, people. Let's dive straight into the big talking points, guys. Let's talk about the midfield first to begin with. And from Fabrizio Romano today, Chelsea and Brighton are now talking about Moises Caicedo. New contacts next week. Chelsea will go strong. They do not want a long negotiation. Chelsea will try to bring an important proposal to Caicedo fast. So we're locked in official verbal talks. I mean, I don't know how you have obviously verbal talks because that's what speaking is. I don't know why I've said that, but yeah, obviously Chelsea are in official talks with Moises Caicedo now. And again, the key has always been the same here. Like, they don't want a long negotiation. We can't afford to have a long negotiation. We can't afford to have a situation like we had with Mason Mount, where it was drawn out and protracted over a number of weeks and there was 3 rejected bids. Like, I'm not saying that the first bid's going to be accepted, but by all accounts, Chelsea have been speaking to Brighton and they're trying to find out what they want so that we can probably try and get the first bid accepted. And now, I know last week was meant to be the week where, things are going to be moving in the right direction on the front of Caicedo, but it obviously hasn't quite happened that front. I think the outgoings took a bit longer than expected potentially, and we were obviously looking to do our due diligence on them even, and then obviously we can now look to move forward on that front. But yeah, I think this is going to be a big week now that we're into July. I think we can start moving on Caicedo, but we do need to get a move on. We do need to make sure we get this exactly right, because we cannot afford to run the risk, having been at the front of the queue for so long in this Caicedo thing, where it's literally a one-team race and it's only us in there. We can't afford to mess this up and allow any other teams to come in. Now, you would think it looks like Arsenal are fully, obviously, getting Declan Rice. You would imagine that, they might look elsewhere. They've said they've dropped their interest in Caicedo. Again, you don't know what the situation is going to be like with their finances after that, how big the budget actually is. They haven't sold any players yet really either. So they could have some money to spend if they get some outgoings sorted. So yeah, we need to get a move on with the Caicedo one. We have to get this one done. There are no excuses for not getting this done. And I think next week could be the week where we get big movement on it today. Would I take De Gea? No, is the answer to that one, Top Bins. He's on the decline and really not good enough, if we're being totally honest. If we're looking to take a step up. Today, more news about Diogo. But what I'm saying is on this one, Ryan, if Mignan and Onana are deemed too expensive, Diogo Costa's more expensive. So I just cannot see that happening. Vlahovic deal, Chelsea admire the player, but nothing more than that at this point in time. Because of all the money we spent, we only need to sign Caicedo and use players. This is another point that gets brought up quite a lot, and I've raised this point also, is that at some point we are going to have to back ourselves in what we're doing and trust the younger players that we're buying. Because that's the route we've chosen to go down. We can't just keep spend. At some point, we do need to give a chance to the younger players. Now, would I feel comfortable with us going with, say, Enzo, Caicedo, Chukwuemeka, Caicedo, and Santos as our 5 midfielders next season? I think you'd be taking a massive gamble. I do think we need one more, and then 2 of those guys can go out on loan, whilst one will play a part, probably Chukwuemeka, but you just never know. But look, it's a possibility. And as I said, at some point, we're going to have to start trusting what we're doing and chuck these guys in. It really is as simple as that, in my opinion. Caicedo, Cherki, and Vega, that would be a very good window. We don't need to sort our defence out. We were in the top 5 defences in the Premier League last season. Nothing to sort out defensively, in my opinion. How many players? A lot more could go. A load have gone out already. I think you could see 15 plus go. You really could see that many move on. Cucurella needs another season. I hope we don't get rid of him. I wish fans understand he was not the problem. The whole. Yeah, look, I agree on this. We're so quick these days to just write players off and discard them after one season. I don't think we can necessarily move in that direction, really. But yeah, if an offer came in, the club might consider it. But I don't see a suitable offer from the club coming in. Suitable offer in the club's eyes coming in for Cucurella. That's just the way I see it personally. Looking a bit light in midfield at the moment. We are, but again, we're only right at the start of July. These couple of weeks leading up before we jet off to the States for pre-season, these are going to be really, really big, guys, in terms of incomings. We have to get I'm not saying we have to get every single signing done before we jet off to America for pre-season, but we do need to get the main ones done so they can play a part from day one on the tour. That's critical for me. I think Chelsea will bid 70 plus 10. I think it might take a little bit more than that, if I'm being totally honest. RJ can be captain. Sentiments aside, we can't have a captain that's not always available much. Love, big up from Helsinki. No, I hear what you're saying. Sick of hearing Caicedo news. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Big up Texas Blue. We need another 6 besides Caicedo. If we get him, Santos isn't ready. We have to depend on Gallagher as the 6. No, Gallagher's not a 6 anyway, so I don't think we'd ever find ourselves in that situation. But I do agree that we probably do need another one. But who that other one is your guess is as good as mine, because, as I said, we look like we've cooled our interest on Lavia. Nothing seems to be happening much with Mano Kone. Of course, things can change very quickly, but at this point in time, you're struggling to see what a second target in midfield is going to be like. This Caicedo deal really needs progress this week. Absolutely. And I think we'll get it, Joe. I think we will get it, mate. Big up, my guy. Bomb that like button and drink the minerals, people. Yeah, people, hit the likes, guys. What are we on at the moment on my channel? We've got 65 of us locked in. Only 30 likes, people. Let's get that up. Let's get that to at least 50 likes as our first target. But the target tonight, guys, is 100 likes. So hover over that thumb button. Don't be shy. Give it a click. It massively helps out. It spreads the stream to more people, gets more people locked into the channel, and it's all round just great. And there you tune in, you get involved in the chat, which is really good. So just a tiny bit more support. If you could just click that like button over on both channels, it would be massively, massively appreciated, guys. Big up yourselves. What have we got here? We should go for both Caicedo and Onana from Everton. Again, Onana from Everton is a decent player, but because they didn't go down, it's going to be a little bit more tricky to get him. I mean, I saw initial reports quoting potentially 55 odd million pounds for him, which is a lot of money to spend. But then I suppose, would you rather spend 55 million pounds on Onana, or would you rather spend 50 million pounds or 45 or whatever it might be on Romeo Lavia? That is the question. Obviously, Onana older, but yeah, this is the thing, people. I think it's a preference thing potentially, but it's a tricky one to get right. There's no two ways about it. Our defense is solid, absolutely. What else we got going on here? Two Coop Miners would be a good alternative. Coop Miners at Atalanta. Again, he's a good player. Always sign him on Football Manager. How many midfielders do you think we need to bring in? I would say two. I would say two midfielders. If you classify a backup 10 as a midfielder, then you'd say three. But I'd say an actual central midfielders, actual central midfielders, I would say we need two. Yeah, no, it won't be good. I'm not allowing myself to even contemplate if we fumble the Caicedo thing, because that would be an absolute madness. I would say Gallagher, Pulisic, Aubameyang, Ziyech obviously is not out the door yet either. That's four already right there. There'll be a few going out on loan. Martin probably be sold as well. It's another five or so, but we'll get into all that. I think the ball was waiting for Poch to do transfers or to announce them. Maybe. No, we are interested, but at the end of the day, bro, we have to be realistic. Like, we haven't got any European football. Osimhen's probably the most, bar Harry Kane, Osimhen is the most sought-after striker in world football. And we have to accept that, A, at 120 million euros or probably more, it's going to be pretty tough to get him. And he's probably going to want Champions League football. And he's unlikely, in my opinion, to pick us if he's got the pick of some of Europe's top clubs. And I don't, so that's just the way I see it. Caicedo and Enzo are both best at right mid. No, Caicedo and Enzo would be a great pivot. We just need to get it done. I agree. Caicedo and Lavia would be my two choices to have people. Absolutely would be my two choices. What have we got going on here? No, United, Ben Jacobs has confirmed this. United categorically cannot afford Moises Caicedo. They're not in the race. Black Diamond, big up. Guys, on Chelsea Fan TV, only 57 likes. We got over 400 people locked in across both channels, guys. Over on Chelsea Fan TV, get that up to 100 likes minimum, people. 100 likes minimum. Guys, I'm 7 likes away from 50 likes over on my channel. Let's get those likes up, people. We've got good numbers in the house already. 17 minutes into tonight's show, guys. We all love a Sunday evening chat about the Chelsea people. So let's get involved. We need one more stab. I'm not sure if we do, Lloyd, if I'm being totally honest with you, mate. I feel that, in Sterling, Madueke, Mudryk is our three there. And then we've got Jackson, who can play down the flank. And we've also got Nkunku, who can play down the flank as well. So I think between Jackson and Nkunku, they can make up that fourth spot. I could be wrong if we get an injury or whatnot. It could be something. It could be slightly different. It's an interesting thing to look at. But right now, I would say probably not. If Caicedo is what you think we need, go get him. No, that's exactly what we're doing. We are doing that. It's just obviously, as fans, we're not really that patient. It just takes a little bit of time for these things to materialise. But I do expect Chelsea to move fast next week and attack the situation. Out of Santos, Chukwuemeka and Caicedo, which do you want to stay for first team involvement and which do you think will stay? I'd love Chukwuemeka to stay. I think, last season he was chronically underused. Should have played a lot more in my opinion. He didn't. I out of those three, it would definitely be him. But I'm also intrigued to see Andre Santos as well. I just worry that him and Caicedo may not be quite ready yet. But let's wait and see what happens. They're all going to be assessed in pre-season and a decision will be taken then. And I trust the club, Pochettino, whoever it is, to make that right decision. Santos can do a job backing up Enzo. Yeah, quite possibly. What we got here, let's trust our young players. We only have the EPL next season. Caicedo and Chukwuemeka with maybe Caicedo or Santos is enough for the midfield, and probably Gallagher if he stays. Big up from Helsinki. I don't know. It's a tricky one. I'd always be tempted to want a bit more. But again, we're just going to have to see really how this midfield. How about homegrown players? We're lacking there. I think we're okay at the moment. I'm not. Do you think Carney should go on loan? I don't necessarily think Carney should play 10, but I think as a rotational option, absolutely we can certainly get some use out of him in the squad and in the team for sure. I think Pochettino will really like him. We need to get Caicedo deal done quickly, always up the Chelsea. Yep. Man City players are always crap in their first season. Well, not all of them, but generally it does take new signings a season or so to get into the rhythm for sure. Do you rate Fofana or Badiashile higher? I think Fofana's really got... They're both very good, but I'd probably say Fofana I would rate a little bit higher. But I think they're going to both go on and be top centre-halves. No two ways about it. Caicedo, Vlahovic and Diogo Costa and we're set. Big up from, I think that's Trinidad and Tobago if my geography served me right. Hopefully I'm correct on that one, Kadeem. If it is Trinidad, big up yourselves. Caicedo, Vlahovic and Diogo Costa. Caicedo, yes. Vlahovic, we could look to do a bid maybe. Diogo Costa is going to be too expensive for us, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I think we absolutely did overpay for Cucurella. There's no two ways about it. But sometimes, like, if you really want a player, then you are going to have to break the bank on certain players and overpay. Is Cucurella, for example, the right player to overpay for? Probably not, but I still think he could do well next season and be very important for us. We can't sell Cucurella. We need depth at left back. Yeah, no, we do. I wouldn't be selling Cucurella. I think Jackson and Broja, yep. Yeah, guys, what Black Diamond's saying. Keep liking the channel. Keep liking the streaming. Sorry, subscribe to the channels. Big up yourself. What we got here? I don't understand why Chelsea is sending off players when they are not buying next season. No. Look, the first part of the window has gone really well in terms of the getting the outgoings done. We bought player in Jackson. We bought obviously a couple of youngsters in as we always fucking do at this point in time. Yeah, we've done some very good business. The outgoings was always a priority, people. The outgoings was always a priority at this point in time. So now we're going to move into the incomings phase, like the serious incomings phase. So we need to start stepping things up starting from tomorrow. Hopefully by the end of next week, the deals with Caicedo and Vega will be wrapped up. I do have that feeling something good is going on that we don't really know of as of now. Yeah, I hope so as well, bro. I hope so as well, Gibson. Yes, we overpay for Cookie because of told and experience in the market. Maybe. Broja ain't doing shit. He's not on our level. No, I don't agree on that. I think Broja has shown potential. I wouldn't trust him as a main man, but certainly as a rotation option or an option off the bench, then there's absolutely I think he can do a job for us. We're building a young side. Let's trust the process. No, I do agree to that on a certain extent. It's tricky. And Nkunku can also play centre forward. He says he likes playing striker. So I guess with those three, you could make it work. It's always just a worry that if one gets injured, because then we are obviously slightly light. So we have to we do have to wait and see on that front. If we can get one more, I think we have to do it. Another 8 players could leave us or somewhere. Yeah, we're going to get into that as well at some point, people. Gallagher had attributes to be a 6. He can't play 8 effectively without his first touch improving. I don't agree on that necessarily. Polina from Fulham would be amazing. Again, I don't see it happening. 318 watching, at least 250 likes needed. Yep, guys on Chelsea Fan TV, hit those likes, people. I hope medical stuff can be sorted out. We're going to get into that as well. I agree. Can't wait for pre-season. Exactly that. I don't think Kepa will be the captain. I would say Thiago Silva will be captain for sure. Kepa could be vice captain or something like that, maybe. Martinez, is he coming to us? Because I don't know. Lautaro, do you mean Lautaro Martinez or Emi Martinez? Actually, to be fair, Emi Martinez is not going to come because he's going to cost pretty much a lot as well. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Gallagher has no attributes but shooting. What else have we got in the chat, people? Juve rejected first Vlahovic bid. We actually haven't submitted a Vlahovic bid. Blake, big up, my guy. Hit the likes, people. Keep up the good work and consistency. Much love. What we got here? Need a Caicedo confirmation and another one close to coming through next week. Yeah, preseason's right around the corner. As I've been saying, people, next week is a big week, guys. It's a big week. We need to make sure that we're on it next week and things start moving in the right direction. No two ways about it, people. But yeah, bid 90 Kane. 90 million probably won't get Kane, and B, Levy is never selling Harry Kane to us. Let's be realistic. Why Osman come to us? I agree on that. What about Cherky from Lyon? Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a very talented young boy. But again, let's wait and see how the club moves and what they think is going to do. Yeah, United is struggling. Not a lot of money to spend. Yeah, big up Nippon. Thank you for tuning in. We need backup right back. We've got Malagusto. That we signed him in January. Carlton Cuff. Thanks, bro. If you bring in, I'll be very excited as well. Santos, I think Santos could stay, yeah, for sure. Hudson-Odoi is going to be sold, I'd imagine. He's only got a year left on his contract. If he's going to go out on loan, he'd have to sign a new one. So, yeah, it doesn't make sense to keep him. I think he will eventually go. What have we got here? Do you see Cesare Casadei? Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Again, I like Kudus, but it's going to be difficult to do a deal with Ajax. And as I said, they won't want to lose Yuri Timber and Kudus in the same window. They could also potentially be losing Edson Alvarez as well. No, I wouldn't have thought so. Absolutely not. Is the Twitter rates limit exceeded situation fixed? It seems all right to me. For me, it's working fine. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but for me, it's working fine. This Caicedo deal's taking way too long. It is taking a while, but big deals do take a while. Yeah, it looks like City are going to get Vardiol. The Turkey links were never that strong anyway. I think it was just interest on our behalf. Because a lot of stuff coming in the chat, guys. I'm going to move on in a sec. I'm trying to get. Thank you, Henry. Big up. Poch won't play a 4-4-2. It will play 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 in my opinion. Gallagher's enough. We should buy Robert Sanchez. I don't think so. I don't know when his first press conference is. Sometime before pre-season, I'd imagine. Well, I'd probably say as a 6, I guess, or box-to-box midfielder. What else we got going on here? Oh, guys, what's the sound like, by the way? Because is the sound all right? Could just be you, bro. No one else has mentioned it. But yeah, guys in the chat, just let me know. Is the sound good? Is it sounding all good? Just give me a quick thumbs up or just a yes in the chat. Could just be you, bro. He was meant to be going to Dortmund, but that did fall through. Doesn't mean that he still might not be on the move. Thoughts on Vlahovic? Sounds good. Perfect. Cheers, bro. Yep, all good, guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, bro, I think it's just you with the sound then, mate. Why loan Caicedo and keep Gallagher? Look, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying that we're going to keep Gallagher, people. But again, if an offer comes in for Gallagher, we'll keep him. If not, we'll probably sell him. But if an offer doesn't come in for him, then I guess he'll stay and he'll potentially play a part. I guess, guys, and that's just the way it's going to be. Yeah, glad the sound's good. Thank you, people. Fair enough. Poch will do a great job. He just needs time to build the club. Yeah, I do agree on this. But yeah, it looks like it feels like we've been saying this for a number of weeks. But this week, guys, I think there's going to be big movement on Moises Caicedo. I can't promise it because obviously I'm not anything to do with the deals, but I think we could have a big movement in the Moises Caicedo deal this week. Hopefully, I'd love to say tomorrow we're going to put a bid in. I'd like to think Monday or Tuesday a bid's going to go in, and by the end of this week we could get a deal for Moises Caicedo done. I really do believe that. But yeah, this is the latest now. Obviously, personal terms will agree with Caicedo. Chelsea are locked in talks with Brighton, trying to find out what they would accept so that it's not going to be a long, drawn-out negotiating process. Ideally, if Brighton say a number and we can just offer it, then we can just get this deal wrapped up quickly. But yeah, Moises Caicedo, guys, expect big movement this week. Hopefully, we can finally get our man in the middle of the park. But let's move away from Caicedo, guys. Let's stick with the midfield. And we're going to talk about other options in the midfield because it's a little bit of a concern because at one point in time, I thought it would be quite easy for us to get Romeo Lavia. But now, Ben Jacobs saying that Liverpool was seriously exploring Romeo Lavia. Southampton value Lavia around 50 million, but Liverpool feel a lower fee could be possible. Arsenal not advancing on Lavia yet, but he's also on the radar. Chelsea focused more on Caicedo, still told circa so around 70 million plus add-ons is possible. Caicedo is not expected to be sold for 100+ million, at least not unless another suitor materialises. United are not in the race. Those close to Caicedo adamant he wouldn't have signed the new Brighton deal unless he was allowed to go for less. Tchouameni's 70 million fee when he joined Real is often quoted by those similar with talks as a fair valuation yardstick. So as always, Ben providing clear and concise information there. So yeah, look, guys, if we get Mudryk just won a penalty. Big up to Mudryk. This week I'm waiting for Caicedo deal. Yeah, absolutely. What we got? Watching from Gambia. Big up to Gambia. I'm not a big fan of either. Of course, we need to see them finalised. Yeah, I'll get into the Leeds kits later. But yeah, I do agree with you, bro. George, big up. Loving the show, mate. Still got 2 months of the window left. Yeah, guys, we've still got 2 months of the window left. Going to be bringing you that transfer content every single day for the next month. Sorry, guys, I just checked the group chat there was popping off. Pice on the old WhatsApp there, going mad at Mudryk's run to win the penalty. So yeah, I'm sure sounds like it was pretty good. Watching from Gambia, big up. Yeah, want the Caicedo deal done. I still cannot be on Twitter more than 5 minutes. Oh, that's strange. That's strange, mate. Mine's been fine pretty much most of today. Hope maybe it's going to be coming to get me. Hope we get, yep, agreed. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. It'll be a disaster for him to go to Chelsea. No, absolutely won't be. Caicedo's not enough. I agree. Up the Chelsea, what else have we got? Mudryk just won a pen. We got that. Caicedo and Wirtz. Could checking has the ability to open up defenses and provides forwards. Could just be his team, but Mudryk just looks so. I think he's just done something very good. Love Chelsea FC from South Africa. Big up from South Africa. One of my favorite YouTubers right now. Love your interaction in the chat. No, bro, I appreciate that a lot. I just do my best. Just give my thoughts and opinions on Chelsea. Obviously, I really appreciate all you guys tuning in. So the least I can do is get through as much as possible in the chat. Yes, sometimes it delays the conversation, but it's also brings new conversation as well. So I do massively appreciate just doing my best. And see where it takes me. Praise to owners for getting rid of this deadwood as fast as we were bringing players in last year. Ruthless. Yeah, absolutely. Big up to the owners for what they've done. Chelsea want Aranyak. We are interested for sure. Where can I watch the Mudryk game? On the UEFA website. I don't know what part of the world you're tuning in from, bro, but in the UK, it's not on the TV. You have to watch it on the UEFA website. So try that. Although the season starts about 40 days, we need at least 4 signings. Yet we do. As of today, what would you predict our summer signings to be come the 1st of September? Oh, that's a good question. I would say Caicedo. I'm going to go Mamavashvili, the Valencia keeper. I think we'll get... I'm going to stick my head out there and go Dusan Vlahovic. And as another midfielder, I would say... I'm going to say Lavia, but that could be totally wrong. Kenya, big up from Kenya to all the Chelsea fans. How do you think we'll utilise James and Gusto coming in? I think Gusto will get opportunity, but I imagine that James will play most of the minutes for sure. Watching from California, awesome job. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. What else we got here? Who would you like to see us sign in midfield? Caicedo, Lavia would be my choices now. 1-1, France and Ukraine. Rayan Cherki and Sudakov. Chelsea won't get Felix. Bro, it's on the UEFA website. So wherever you are, just go on the UEFA website and it should be streamed on there. Do you see James being played in the mid? I don't think so. But again, Pochettino's a progressive, intelligent manager. It could be something we try. There's no reason why Reece James couldn't do that. So maybe that is something we might see. You're doing a great job on your sites up the Chelsea. Appreciate that, bro. How many midfielders do we really need? I'd say if Gallagher... I still think we need 2. But again, it provides... Valencia keeper or Ukraine one. Trubin, I think he's got. I don't know much about him at all. Who were you starting from the start of the season? Badiashile or Cole? It's a tough pick. To be honest, I think it might be made a little bit easier for Pochettino because obviously Badiashile picked up that injury and is going to be out for a number of months. So it could be slightly on the back foot in terms of his recovery. But then obviously Colwell's going to need a bit more of an extended break. Or maybe he doesn't because of being involved in the 21s. Definitely need 2 6. We haven't had a real 6 since Matic. It is peak. We do need more. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Cash, big up. Vieira, new Strasbourg manager. That's good for us, I think, as well. We should go for Livakovic. Livakovic has got multiple teams have bid for Livakovic. I know Fiorentina is one of them, so I don't think Chelsea will be getting Livakovic, unfortunately. That doesn't seem to be happening. Do you think Eden Hazard could be fit maybe for a season? No, that's just a no for me, unfortunately. Just a no. You can't go back like that. He's nowhere near the player he was, and we'd just purely be doing it for nostalgic reasons rather than footballing reasons. And it just wouldn't be right for what we're looking to do. Colwell played left back today, did he? Fair. I didn't watch the game. I hope we don't play James at centre back next season. No, we won't do. And the only time we did that was in a back 3 to combat serious pace of some players. Rayan Cherki's real deal would not be expensive. I think he'd be a reasonable amount. Chelsea would have to buy him out of his contract because he signed a new deal just before the end of the season. I'm not sure who we're referring to there. Great stream. Appreciate that, bro. Any news on Vlahovic? We'll get into that, but not really, no. Just the fact that Chelsea appreciate him, but no bids gone in. But yeah, it's interesting, people, on this because obviously, Chelsea were very interested in Lavia and it seems like we've cooled our interest. But then we obviously got nothing really on Manu Kone. Nothing really on Khéphren Thuram, who seems closest to Liverpool. But then if Liverpool get Lavia, then that maybe leaves us open for Khéphren Thuram potentially. But again, not really sure what's happening there on that front either. So you do start to become slightly light on goalkeepers, not goalkeepers. Sorry, you become slightly light in the midfield situation and. No, you do worry a little bit because right now, at this point in time, guys, okay, let's be clear that this is right now. This is not what we're going to start the season with. If we do start the season with this, we're in big trouble. But right now, we've got Enzo, Caicedo, Chukwuemeka, Santos, and Gallagher as our 5 midfield players. Now, obviously, two out of the 3 from Chukwuemeka, Gallagher, and Santos are probably going to go on loan. So that realistically leaves us at the moment with Enzo, Chukwuemeka, and Gallagher. But I do think that if we had Caicedo, which I think we will go Enzo, Caicedo, and then Chukwuemeka, Gallagher if he's still here, Santos. I still think we do need one more, and it's going to be Lavia, Thuram, or Kone. I would imagine, but I'm not too sure. By the way, people, over on my channel, over 130 of us locked in, guys. In the poll on my channel, 14% of you have voted no, you haven't subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, guys, make sure you subscribe. I'll pop the link to the channel in the chat, guys. Make sure you do subscribe. Big numbers for me on a Sunday night, people. I do massively appreciate it. But let's get the links to both channels in the chat. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, the link is now in the chat. It would be greatly appreciated if you do so, people. It would mean the world to me more than you could imagine. We've almost got 400 of you locked in over on Chelsea Fan TV as well. Massive numbers for this Sunday night, guys. So please do that, people. Chelsea Fan TV, subscribe, and my channel, subscribe as well, guys. And if you're part of the people that have said they haven't subscribed in the poll, make sure you subscribe in the poll, guys. Please do that. It massively helps me out. Yeah, but guys, I do appreciate all the support. Please hit the subscribe button on both channels. The links to both channels have just gone in the chat, people. Make sure you get those subscribers up. Let's get these likes up on my channel as well to at least 100 likes, people. All going well so far tonight. What about Vega? I do like Vega for sure. No more Serie A goal merchants, please. No, I hear you, bro. I hear you. What about Vega? I like Vega. We're going to get into him shortly, guys. What else have we got here? Messi or Ronaldo, bro? I've always been a CR7 guy. I have. I just love him. But I appreciate Messi's a phenomenal footballer. We need Mohamed Kudus. Again, I like Kudus, but I think it's going to be a tough deal to do with Ajax. Enzo and Caicedo in the middle got to be, that's going to be the starting choice. But in terms of the rotational options, we are going to need some rotation. We are going to need some rotational options, and I don't know what those options are going to be. Are those options going to be the youngsters? Are we going to use all of them, or are we going to look to bring someone else in? This is the big question, people. What is the plan, and what are we going to do? Because at this point in time, other than Moises Caicedo, we're not really linked with anyone else in midfield. Why can't we sign a proven PL goal scorer? Well, one, Mitrovic, I don't know if he'd score goals for us. I'm not sure if he's necessarily the right answer. And I'm not sure if Ollie Watkins is the right answer as well. It's all very well scoring goals for teams like Villa and Fulham. No disrespect to them. But when you come to Chelsea, it's a totally different way of playing. Teams play differently against you. And it's a lot more difficult. No, I appreciate that a lot. Big up. The under 21s, the last thing we need. We need Colwell, Madrid, Madueke, etc. all in with Poch ASAP. Look, I think they will. They're not going to need too much time off, I don't think. Philip, big up, my guy. Weekend's been fine. Hope you've had a good weekend as well. What do you think, Gallagher? Sell Caicedo, sends us one on loan and keep the other. I would probably sell Gallagher if a decent offer comes in, and I'd probably loan out Caicedo for me. I agree. We need 2 6s and an 8 that can work from the wing. Do you think James will be captain if Kepa's playing? No, because I imagine Kepa will probably be vice captain, but I'm not sure. No, I don't think we should sell Broja. I think this could be a big season for Broja, in my opinion, guys. Manu Kone is a better option than Lavia and young Thuram. Look, I like Manu Kone. These are all good players, guys. But again, it just depends. It just depends what sort of route we're going down, what sort of money we've got to spend. Or are we just going to take a punt and trust the youngsters at this point in time? It's a really interesting conversation, people. It is. I'm not too sure what we are going to do at this point in time, guys. Apart from Caicedo, which other midfielder do you suggest? I would like to get Lavia, but at this point in time, it seems we've headed a bit further down the queue at the moment. So I'm not too sure. Sell Broja because he's not strong. Broja is strong. That's one of his good attributes. We can use Chalobah or James as defensive midfielders. They both have played there on their loans. This fits our Pochettino's dire at Spurs. Maybe I don't know. What I would say is though, guys, that we need to rebuild the midfield. The midfield revamp needs to take place. We can't be taking shortcuts and shoehorning in like defenders to play defensive midfield to take up a space in the squad. We can't be taking shortcuts. If we're going to rebuild the midfield, we've got to rebuild it properly and not take shortcuts and use defenders there. That's just my opinion. If we're going to do something properly, then we have to do it properly and not take shortcuts. But I do hear what you're saying. Why can't we do 2-4 deals at a time? I'm not sure. What are these Vlahovic rumours? Just been linked with Vlahovic. Chelsea just admire Vlahovic. Interested. No bids have gone in or anything. Nothing concrete on that situation at this point in time. Caicedo will unleash Enzo. That's the biggest thing this window. The number one thing, apart from the outgoings, is finding a suitable partner for Enzo, which is Moises Caicedo, to allow him to be freed and play further up the pitch. No two ways about it. Hoping Kunku will be the last player we bought from the German league. Yeah, maybe. Let's wait and see. I wouldn't loan Broyo. No, I think he'll play a part. Caicedo and Santos can be our future. Send them to a club like Brighton or Burnley. Well, Caicedo is going to be either stay at Chelsea or he's going to get a Premier League loan or go on loan in Serie A. That's what Fabrizio has reported. Broyo will start over Jackson, possibly. In my opinion, this season we shouldn't be dependent on Silva and try to integrate the younger ones since Silva will leave next season. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Pochettino does with Thiago Silva because, you know, we keep saying he's not going to play every week, but now that we're only playing once a week, there's no reason why he couldn't play every week. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens there. Is Silva going to be used as much? Will Pochettino rotate him a bit more and give the youngsters a bit more of a chance who are clearly going to be part of the future? It is kind of a difficult one to get right, guys. It really is. Manu Kone tore his ACL. Oh, did he? I didn't realise that. I've not seen that before. So obviously no one's going to be signing Manu Kone this summer then, if that's the case. You need to be patient and realistic with us. Agreed on that. Bro will start with Jackson Fair. In your back four, who's your preferred central pairing? I'll probably say Silva. I'd go Silva and Fofana. But if we're talking a left-footed centre-back player now, I'll probably go Silva and Colwell just. Is Wirtz a good replacement for Chelsea if we sign him? Look, Wirtz is a talented boy, but again, it would be a lot of money. I'm not saying he wouldn't be a good replacement, but I think you can get better value for money elsewhere. I would rather James turn into a winger than a midfielder. I don't see Reece James playing as a midfield as a winger, but is Jackson going to be our 9? If so, he will be a 9. If he's going to be the 9, I'm not too sure. That's the big question. Is he going to be the 9? I don't know on this at this point in time. I really don't. Moises Caicedo, is he coming to Chelsea? Fingers crossed, yes. It's going to be a big week next week for it, though. But fingers crossed, yes. We need 2 central defensive midfielders, 4 CMs in total. Breyer needs to lead the line. Maybe leads the line. I'm not saying that they will be the main guys as backup to Caicedo or Santos in a 6 role because they are good in the first phase. Maybe. No, that's not true, I don't believe. I want Enzo to get some goals next season, absolutely. 1 cent for Lukaku, waste of money. Let James play the top 9. Silva should play a coach for defenders, maybe. I'm not sold on Fofana. Fair. No, I disagree, bro. I think he's a very good defender. The France under 21s are now losing to Ukraine. Amadou Onana will be the second midfielder we buy after Moises Caicedo. Let's wait and see. Wouldn't be against it. Wouldn't be against it. What else have we got coming in the chat, people? I hope no one becomes a 29 this season. Remember how Terry became with Desai? Silva can turn Badia Shillings with good centre-back. Yeah, Silva's going to be very, very important. But yeah, guys, just to round out this midfield section, which seems like we spent a lot of time on there. Mudryk with a world-class assist. That is what I'm here for. Invest in the stocks of Mudryk. I've invested in stocks with my guy. So, you know, people that have been writing him off quickly, don't write off Mudryk. My guy is cooking in this game. And, you know, this is what we're saying. This is what we're saying. But again, yeah, look, Mudryk, I think, is going to be a big season next season. But let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see. What else have we got going on here, people? Mudryk just needs some games. Exactly. Kessie could be a backup. Yeah, possibly. I'll have to have a look at this Mudryk highlights once I've rounded out on here, people. Can Nkunku play as a striker? Yeah, no, he can. He can. Mudrik's on fire. Yeah, I think next season could be a big season for Mikhailo. But yeah, guys, in terms of the midfield situation, people, just to round this little section out, is that Caicedo, big week coming up next week. Bid should go in. We should have some real progress on that front. And then in terms of another midfielder, there's not really too much to update on, people, if we're being totally honest at this point in time. He's gone to Spurs, Manuel Solomon from Fulham. Happened tonight, bro, so we won't be getting him. Big up, Charlie. Great stream. Keep up the good work. No, Texas Blue, I appreciate that, my guy. I appreciate it a lot. Florian Wirtz, again, look, talented boy. Little bit PTSD from Leverkusen after the last person we signed from there. But at the same time, he's talented, but he probably costs a lot of money. I think it'd be tough to get. Our standards have fallen off. We went from being the best team in the world to watching on... There's nothing to do with standards watching under 21 matches. We're watching players for Chelsea in the 21s. It's there's nothing to do with standards, bro. It's hard to get someone like Kante or Makaleli. Hope Caicedo turns into them. Yeah, very hard to get those elite players. Mudryk and Cherki look like ballers. They absolutely do. Now, Solomon looks a decent player, but he's gone to Tottenham, as I said, my guy. Kepa, James, Fafana, Silva, Enzo, Caicedo, and Kunku, Mudryk, Broja, Mudryk. Yeah, mate, that could possibly start. That could possibly start. Yeah, maybe. Let's wait. Look, it could be good. Let's see. Guys, as Black Diamond said, keep subscribing to the channels and keep smashing the likes, people. Over 500 of us locked in across both channels, guys. We've got 519 in the building. Let's get these likes up, people. I'm on 79 likes on my channel. 100 like target, people. 20 more likes to go. There's loads of you locked in, guys. So make sure you just hover over that thumb, give it a click. Don't be shy. You've been great tonight in the chat, as you always are. So just give it a little click, people. I need a few more likes to get to the 100 mark, people. 20 more likes, guys. So yeah, let's get it done, people. Let's get it done. And over on Chelsea Fan TV, keep running those likes up, people, as well. It's greatly appreciated. Sterling has to start. 200 likes minimum, Chelsea Fan TV, people. Do your thing, guys. Do your thing. Sterling have to start, I think. Yeah, probably. We're dragging this too much. No, things take time. Chalobah might leave, but I think now that Koulibaly's gone, we'd be leaving ourselves very light if Chalobah left. We need Cherki. What else have we got with players in that tournament? Yeah, agreed. Is it possible for us to have Caicedo and Lavia both? It's possible, but at the point, I'm not sure. James, appreciate you a lot, my guy. Big up. If Chalobah leaves, it should be with a buyback. Well, I don't think anyone's going to agree to a buyback, to be honest. What other goalkeepers coming to Chelsea to replace Mendy? I'm not sure. Get into goalkeepers. Big up, yes. Do you have to pay for the UEFA TV? I've got no idea because I've not watched it. It might be on YouTube somewhere. I don't really know. I've not watched any of the 21s. I just know that it's on at the moment. And obviously people on Twitter are going mad for Mudryk's performances. But yeah, guys, let's move away from this midfield conversation. Okay, so let's move into what else we've got to discuss. Let's discuss goalkeepers then whilst we're at it, because it's interesting news that's come out today, and I'm a little bit surprised, if I'm being totally honest, guys. I'm a little bit surprised that, according to Fabrizio Romano, that Onana and Mike Maignan are too expensive for Chelsea. They are looking for a backup goalkeeper who can also help in rotation with Kepa. Now, I think this is a little bit of a problem, if I'm being totally honest. I don't understand why we're doing this. It's a position that has been needed to be strengthened for a while now, in my opinion. And it looks like we're just not going to go for a new number one. Now, of course, if a new number one, we can't get who we want, then fine. But if Chelsea generally think, and Pochettino thinks, that Kepa is the right answer to be our number one, then I'm not saying that they're wrong, but it's a little bit of a concerning thought, because it is absolutely a position that needs to be improved upon. There's no two ways about it. Now, I'm more than happy to hold my hands up if Kepa has a worldly season and Poch and his team improve him loads and he turns into the goalkeeper that we kind of thought he could be. But I don't think we can afford to be neglecting this position like this, If you don't, Onana's probably available for around 55, 60 million euros. If we're saying that's too expensive, then we're never going to get a goalkeeper better than Kepa if we're not prepared to put the money in for put the money on the table for the top goalkeepers. If you want top players in the top positions, then you have to pay for them. It really is as simple as that. There's no two ways about it, guys. I'm just a bit concerned because, yes, of course, Kepa wasn't the reason we were shit last season. But if we want to get back competing and back serious again, then we need to realise that we have to invest money in a goalkeeper. It's as simple as that. Now, of course, we could be looking at it as a point that, maybe the goalkeepers we want, or maybe we're looking to adjust the goalkeeping position the following summer, or something along those lines. I don't know, but this seems a little bit strange to me. Now, I think you're taking a bit of a gamble. I think it's been widely regarded amongst the fan base that whilst Kepa is a good goalkeeper and has done reasonably well for Chelsea over the years, had a very good season last season on a personal level, he's not the answer if we want to get back to winning the big trophies and challenging on all fronts. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, I'm not sure on this one, guys. I'm really not, and it kind of leaves you questioning who are we going to go for. Big love. There's a lot of love for Mudryk in the chat tonight. What an assist that was. I'll have to watch it back. Very happy. We're not going to get rid of Kepa this summer, unfortunately. What else have we got? I don't think we should focus on the keeper, especially not second choice keeper. We're going to have to get a second choice keeper because Mendy's left, of course. Mount's next to 50k. 50k down. I missed some of the lads. Fair. I don't think it's the price for the keepers. It's the age. You've got Bank. The age doesn't fit the model, but there's not that many good young goalkeepers. Goalkeepers aren't really 27 is young for a goalkeeper because they develop a lot later and they play for a lot longer than outfielders. Chelsea linked with but again, if Manyan and Nanana are too expensive, Diogo Costa is a no-go. Mudryk just needed game time. Yeah, I agree on that. I wish we could have gotten Pope before Newcastle. Maybe. He can't deal with any type of cross. What's another midfield Chelsea buy? I'd like to think Lavia, but it's hard to tell. Poch really thinks Kepa can be number one and we are saving money for something else. Kepa is, to be fair, right? Look, let's wait and see what happens because ultimately, if Poch decides that Kepa's going to be his number one and we're cooking up something and we're going to go big on a striker, we're going to go big on another midfield player, then I'm okay with spending more of the budget on midfielders and a centre forward. That makes sense to me, and we go Kepa for another season, fine. But if we're not going to bring in another striker, and we're not going to necessarily bring in another midfielder potentially, other than Caicedo, then it absolutely makes no sense to not upgrade the goalkeeping position. I just don't. Excuse me, God. I just don't understand it. Poch really think that we've done that. Spurs just signed a very good keeper, Empoli, Guglielmo Vicari, for not much of a transfer fee. Agreed on that. Kepa hasn't done. I think that's harsh. I know you don't like Kepa, but he's not done fuck all. Yeah, Patrick Vieira, Strasbourg manager. No, Fofana's not a flop. He's been there one season. He's one of the best young centre backs in Europe. Yes, come on, you Blues, big up. Why is Chelsea ignoring Onana? We're not ignoring. It's obviously he's not part of the plans, not part of the route that the club are ultimately looking to go down, guys. So I don't understand that personally myself. I would have thought a goalkeeper or a new first choice would be priority. But then I guess at the same point in time, because Kepa's on such high wages and it's going to be pretty difficult for us to get rid of him, I guess the club are looking at it and they're thinking, well, maybe we're just going to have to go for a number two keeper that can maybe grow into a number one that could eventually challenge Kepa and go from there. I guess that's kind of us falling on the sword slightly from offering a bit of a ridiculous contract to Kepa at the time. And now we're struggling to get rid of him. So, yeah, it is a problem. No two ways about it. No two ways about it. I'm just having a quick. Oh, that is a worldy pass, by the way, from Mudryk. Guys, on Twitter on Felix's page, if you look at it, the Mudryk pass is a joke. It's a very, very good pass. Oh, mate, the way he just skins that player. Oh, this is naughty from Mudryk. Yeah, guys, if you go on Felix's Twitter, people, if you want to look at the Mudryk stuff, then yeah, it's some pretty good assists. But yeah, back to the goalkeeper. Yeah, look, we're not ignoring. It's just, unfortunately, not part of the plans. Deems too much. I mean, we're not looking to go down that route, which I find really, really strange. First game of pre-season, I think it's either July 17th or July 19th. I'm not sure which one, but it's one of the two, 17th or 19th. Bring me Cherky. I would like that. Fabrizio said Chelsea will only leave Chelsea to get a bid around £25 million. Yeah, I don't see Inter bidding that, if we're being totally honest. I think Chelsea should stick with Kepa for one more season. Yeah, maybe. I think Pickford. No, I don't like Pickford, if I'm being honest. Enzo Lefebvre and Alan Varela. Yeah, maybe. Again, that could be something we look to go for potentially. But again, there's been no links with either of those players. Poch must be delusional to think Kepa is good. We'll start doubting his talent ID. And I wouldn't start doubting his talent ID. Ultimately, Pochettino is going to make his own assessment of Kepa in pre-season and go from there. But I do agree that it looks like he is obviously going to be the number one goalkeeper come the start of the season. I think that's pretty clear. Unfortunately, I mean, I say unfortunately, we'd all like a new goalkeeper, but if it means if it means the club have got plans to go and go and spend, elsewhere more money, then I'm all here for it. Huge faith in Mudryk. We need a goalkeeper, but who's a realistic choice? I'd say Mamavashvili from Valencia could be the most realistic at this point in time. It's not looking great for us at the moment. Buffon still plays, bro. Yeah, Joey's got 2 offers on the table from Saudi Arabia. Could be going for De Gea. I don't think so. Not for the wages, no. And he's not going to come and be a number 2. We desperately need a DM. What has Kepa done for Chelsea? 72 mil, 150k a week. Can't save a long shot even in his life. It's not as bad as you lot are making up. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, people. Honestly, think that Manana and I said no to Chelsea, but Chelsea trying to save face. It's a possibility, people. It is a possibility. Maybe it is. I don't really know. But it's a tricky one. I'm not sure. It is a tricky one. It is a tricky one. I don't know. Maybe it could be the case, but let's wait and see. But I don't know. I find it surprising because maybe Chelsea do have faith in Kepa then, and because we could easily go and buy a Nana for that money. So I'm not sure why we're not prepared to spend that money on a new goalkeeper. Maybe they have faith in Kepa, and Pochettino says that he doesn't want a new number 1 goalkeeper, which is a bit of a strange one. He's not that bad. No, we definitely need improving on, but he's not as bad as people are making out. Inter signed Nana for free last season. Maybe. I think imagine Havertz at the end of that pass. Don't want to. Mudryk always makes good passes, but people focus on his speed. Mudryk, yeah, I'm here for the Mudryk. I'm here for the Mudryk cooking, people. This is looking good, guys. We need to focus more on offensive than defensive. And Anna was banned. That's why Inter got him for free. No, they got him for free because his contract with Ajax expired. I will take a 30-year-old Martinez and a Kepa. Yeah, but we're not going to get him. Let's not forget he had Lloris between the sticks at Spurs. Yeah, but Lloris was actually half decent when Pochettino was at Spurs a few years ago. Obviously, he's slightly fallen off. He's fallen off now. UEFA TV's free. Yeah, I'm not watching it, people. But yeah, if anyone in the chat is wanting to watch it, he's not good enough. Yeah, he's not good enough for where he wants to be, but he's not terrible. Name one thing Kepa is good at. Distribution is good, and saving penalties as well. But yeah, guys, that's kind of the goalkeeping situation, people, is that Oblak, we're not going to get Oblak, but Oblak obviously a very good goalkeeper, but we absolutely aren't going to be getting him, guys. It is unfortunately as simple as that, people. But yeah, goalkeeping situation seems to be that Chelsea aren't really going for a new number 1. We're looking for a cheaper number 2 goalkeeper that can challenge, that can provide competition and rotate with Kepa where necessary, which doesn't kind of fill us with hope. I've got absolutely no idea who that could be. If we're being totally honest on this one, absolutely no idea. But, let's wait and see how this one develops over the next couple of weeks or so. But it's clear that Chelsea aren't going for a number 1 goalkeeper, according to Fabrizio Romano. Of course, things could change maybe, but ultimately at this point in time, it looks very set to me that Kepa's going to be the number 1 goalkeeper for Chelsea. They're just going to look to bring in a number 2 that can challenge him. But let's wait and see what we do, people. His distribution is good. Max, I'm sorry, bro. Like, how can you say his distribution is not good and you're saying he's not good at saving penalties? Look, I think you're blinded by your hatred. Bad goalkeepers make the defenders nervous. Look, Kepa's not terrible. You guys are making him out like he's a Sunday league goalkeeper. I'm not saying that we don't need to improve. We do. But if we can't get who we want, or the club are choosing to go down a different route, I'd say for one more season, it really isn't a massive problem. Really isn't a massive problem. So yeah. I don't think it's a big issue. Would you like Pickford? No, I wouldn't. Almost 100 likes on the channel. Guys, Almost at 100 likes. What are we on my channel? 108 of us locked in, 92 likes. People, let's get those final 8 likes over the door. Click the thumb button as we approach the hour mark, guys. Click the thumb button on my channel. 6 more likes to 100, guys. Get the likes up to over 200 over on Chelsea Fan TV as well, guys. And now would be a good point to remind everyone to subscribe to both channels. In my poll on my channel of whether you subscribe to the channel, 19% of you have said no. If that 19% could subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. I don't know if you're winding me up or you just generally don't want to subscribe, but you're happy to watch. I'm not really sure. Fair play if you're trying to humor me and cause chaos. But yeah, guys, let's get these likes up on my channel to 100, Chelsea Fan TV to 200 plus likes if possible, and subscribe to both channels, people. Subscribe to both channels. Link to my channels in the description. Every new subscriber is greatly appreciated, as is every new subscriber over on Chelsea Fan TV, guys. So make sure you subscribe to both channels. It's massively appreciated by myself on my channel, obviously massively appreciated by all of us at the team over on Chelsea Fan TV. Donovan, I've just literally put my link to my channel in the chat. A couple of comments above your comment in the chat is the link to my channel. But yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe, people. But yeah, let's move away from the goalkeeping situation then, guys. Let's move away from the goalkeeping situation. Let's briefly talk about let's quickly talk about the fact that, I mean, no, I don't need to do that really. Up to 10 players could leave Chelsea in July on a permanent or loan. Chalobah, Malang Sarr, Ziyech, Pulisic, Aubameyang, Caicedo, Baba Rahman, and Hudson-Odoi are some of the names. A lot of those need to go, but I don't think they'll all leave. But I think it's clear for me. Let's just quickly bring that up before I move on to the next bit. Up to 10 more players could leave. So, look, I think it's clear that Chalobah is obviously a maybe. Malang Sarr, definitely. Hakim Ziyech, yes. Pulisic, yes. Aubameyang, yes. Baba Rahman, yes. Azpilicueta, yes. And Hudson-Odoi, yes. So that's another 7 that could be moving out. So, yeah, you know, that's massive for the squad clear out. Again, I personally wouldn't get rid of Chalobah. We know that Hudson-Odoi, we're going to look to sell him. Baba Rahman can obviously go as well. Azpilicueta has agreed contract with Real Madrid. That's going to be done pretty shortly as well, people. So, yeah, let's kind of wait and see what happens on that front. But it looks like there's a lot more players that can still be moved out the door. And I guess this is kind of phase 2 of the fire sale. Ampadu is a possibility as well. This is to do with a loan, not sell. These are loan. It says Chelsea in July on a permanent or loan. It's permanent or loan. Casadet's not going to be sold. Lukaku as well. Yep. Did you say Ampadu? No, I didn't say Ampadu, but Ampadu I think is going to be sold as well. Caicedo out on loan. I would say so as well. I want to see backside of the big crime over Lukaku. Yeah, agreed on that front. This is on loan. I think a loan, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Aneurin and Harvey Vale. Matt, I'm sorry, bro. These guys aren't good enough. Not really. For what we're looking to do, not really good enough. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, not what we're looking for at this point in time, guys. But again, you know, I think they've had a lot of opportunities, but it's not really. They haven't really got it in them to kick on. Corner kicks will just kill us with Kepa in goal. I don't think so. A lot of players are leaving. We should sign somebody because then. You know, we are going to sign players. We need to calm down a little bit. Imagine the relief the wage bill. Oh, mate, the wage bill is a whole load of weight off the shoulders. A lot of fan channels are getting upset because fans like some of the players leaving. They forget we are not used to this. When Roman had to clear out, we replaced him with. Roman never had a clear out. And we used to always just go and spend big money. Of course we did, but. Yeah, you know, let's just see what's going to happen. Lucas Bergstrom we loaned again. I'm not sure who he is. Fabrizio implying that Liverpool. Yeah, we've gone through that. I think Liverpool do seem to be moving to the front of the queue. Dujon, Sterling, Sturridge, we will get 450 million selling players and wages on the books. I don't know. Callum Hudson-Odoi will be sold yet. Gallagher, if a suitable offer comes in, yeah. Update on Ziyech. The Al Nassr offer is still on the table, but it seems like it's not going to happen. Ziyech doesn't want to take a 40% reduction on his base wages at Al Nassr. So yeah, that's Szoboszlai is a great signing. Amari Hutchinson on the list. I think he'll go out on loan. Agreed on that one. One thing, Gallagher should go because he is too slow and not worth. But yeah, look, obviously part 2 of the fire sale or the big clear out seems to be, that'll be phase 2 of it. Let's wait and see what happens, who leaves and whatnot. But now we're fully focusing on the incomings, guys, for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly talk about the injuries last season. I know obviously we all know about it all too well, but The Athletic did a piece today with some stats, and it's amazing last season that Chelsea's injuries combined to miss 216 games, the most in the whole league. And Chelsea also had the most hamstring injuries as well. So, yeah, that really didn't go well for us at all last season. And I think it was a big mistake from Bodie to come in like a wrecking ball and get rid of to clear out all the medical staff and all that sort of thing. And I'm not saying it's purely on the medical staff, but something's going wrong for us to pick up so many injuries like we did last season. And something's got to change this season. You could tell that the players weren't fit, the players weren't conditioned. And that could be a reason why when you overexert yourself and you're not fit and you're not conditioned, your body can break down, you can get injured. That's probably part of the reason. Are we not warming up properly? Are we not training with the right intensity? Are the medical staff making mistakes and rushing players back? Are we not doing enough strength and conditioning work in the gym? Whatever it is, it absolutely isn't good enough. It is the worst in the league. And that for Chelsea, like a top football club like Chelsea, to be the worst in the league in terms of games missed through injuries, it's unforgivable. Absolutely unacceptable. It is totally unacceptable for us to be in that position, guys. There is no way that we should be picking up that many injuries. And this is something that Pochettino's got to get on top of. You know, his assistant Jesus Perez is very good at getting players fit. You know, he designs programs for each individual. They'll be focusing on the first 2 weeks of preseason and working on strength and conditioning sort of stuff. But we cannot be in a situation where, you know, obviously we did change too many personnel at once. Obviously, maybe we didn't replace the personnel with the right standard, but yeah, that is so bad. And to be picking up that many hamstring injuries as well, is that the type of training we're doing? Are we not warming up properly? Are we not doing enough strengthening work on the hamstrings and the gym and stuff? But it is kind of mad. I'm not really sure what we're doing, if I'm being totally honest, guys. Like why we've ended up in this situation, in all honesty. It really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You know, medical. What are you people saying? No, I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying they had to go. I disagreed with what he made. Yeah, but this has been a number of years now. I don't know what it is. Is it the way we're training? To be honest, it must be the way we're training. It must be the fact that we're not fit. Maybe a lack of gym work and stuff. Not warming up properly. I don't know what it is, but we cannot afford to go into next season and have these same problems with the injuries. Oh, right, I see. Right, okay. We can't have this same problem with the injuries that we've had last season. We can't do that again because otherwise we're going to find ourselves in big trouble, and our trimmed down squad is going to be looking proper threadbare. News on this front, people. Just now, Chelsea have recently reappointed Chris Hughes as their head of academy medical / first team doctor. He also worked with Pochettino at Spurs. So that's one new medical staff in place. That's pretty good news, people. Pretty good news. I don't really know what the situation was with the fitness stuff, but it is an absolute disgrace. Skipping leg day FC. Preseason matches starting in July. I think the first one's July 17th or 19th. You guys want Gallagher out when he wants to stay and is a good squad player. I wouldn't be against him staying. Fullbacks picking up a lot of injuries as well. That's a concern. Not enough stretching. Please tell me about Onana to Chelsea and how many players has Chelsea bought so far. Chelsea have signed one for the first team in Jackson. Obviously, Nkunku arrived. Gusto's obviously arrived as well. But those signings were done a while ago. We've signed a few players for the future, as it were. Obviously, we've sold a lot of players as well. No new ones apart from the obvious ones that we all know about. Was mostly Potter. We gave them too many days off and less training time. I don't know what it was down to, but it was an absolute disgrace. Score predictions for Liverpool Chelsea. Let's go 1-0 Chelsea at this point in time. Could be miles off though. Medical staff had to go. Remember reading something about women suffering the most hamstring injuries? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we're suffering so many hamstring injuries. That has to change as well. That must change. What we got here? What are your thoughts on keeping Pulisic? No, absolutely not. In my opinion, has to go. Too many days off. Cole didn't play every game. I hope Poch really. Yeah, we have to work at them big time in the preseason. These guys are going to be in for a big shock when preseason rolls round the corner. They're going to be in for a huge shock, people. Yes, Jacob, big up my guy. What else we got here? Man City were the best for least injuries by a landslide. Yeah, mate, availability. There's no two ways about it. Obviously, City, phenomenal team, but the fact they had the least injuries has obviously massively helped them out as well. That massively helps you out. No two ways about it. From someone who was an athlete, it's the last of the strength and conditioning along with poor nutrition. Yeah, maybe that could be that. Yeah, mate, I'm noticing you. Big up for tuning in, especially with a coach like Potter didn't drill them the first. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on at the training pitch. We clearly weren't working hard enough. All comes down to strength and conditioning, and those players were not fit. They absolutely weren't fit. But I tell you what, these guys are going to be fit this season. Pre-season is going to be a shock to the system for those guys. They're not going to know what's come to them. They are not going to know what's come to them. What else have we got here? Pre-season fixtures. We've got Wrexham, Brighton, Dortmund, Palace, Newcastle, and a few others. Best abilities, availability. Absolutely. Hopefully, the one game a week will help us. I hope so as well. What about Martin? I would sell him. Is Poch ready for Chelsea? Absolutely, Poch is ready for Chelsea. None of these players will get excuses of being unfit. Yep, exactly. Then there'll be no excuses of being unfit. What are the chances? I don't know what the chances of what. I'm not really sure what you're referring to there. But yeah, Chelsea have recently reappointed a new head of academy medical and first team doctor, which is ideal for us. Hopefully that will see us get a few less injuries, because we cannot afford to have that many injuries again, because that is going to absolutely shaft us. We can't be doing that. We can't be having that situation again, people. So yeah, let's wait and see how it plays out. Yeah, people. The last thing we're going to do, guys. Chances of Caicedo coming to Chelsea, I'd say pretty high. I'm going to put it at 80% at this point in time. 85% maybe. Saw a photo of James recently, and he's trimmed down nicely. Yeah, he has. He's been doing a lot of gym work. More ready than... don't want to see Lukaku and Ziyech back. No, absolutely not. Do you think we're going to get a mega striking sign-up? I don't think so, no. The chances of talking about a doctor and then signing one, yeah, it's kind of weird that, isn't it? I don't know how that's just suddenly come up. What's your question, bro? There's a lot of stuff coming in the chat. Put it in again. I've done that. We've got Wrexham, Dortmund, Brentford, Newcastle, Fulham. I think that's it. I think players were not playing. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, guys, last thing we're going to do is we're going to have a quick chat about the away kit very briefly, the leaked away kit. Now, obviously, in pictures, it's hard to tell how good it's going to be. But again, obviously, these always look better in person. What it does look like, it looks like a bit of a Soccer Aid kit. I'm not sure the kit designers are sure, Poch won Soccer Aid lifting a trophy and all that. And I thought, we'll have some of that. But actually, do you know what? I'll be real. The sponsor will make or break it. I actually quite like this. I do like it. I think the pattern's quite cool. Unfortunately, the badge and the Nike tick look pretty tacky. You agree, Jojo? I think Jackson is the main don. I think it could be possible. I think he could be. Who will be our next captain? It'll be Thiago Silva, in my opinion. Same. What's the home kit? It's not out yet. Thought we couldn't top Liverpool's Minecraft kit. I don't think it's terrible, guys. I'll be honest. I do quite like it. Obviously, the top, it does look a bit like UNICEF. That's my point. It looks a bit like the old Soccer Aid kits. I don't know. I think it's all right. It's a bit of a homage back to, I think, 2002-3 away kit colours, when we obviously played with when I think the likes of Hasselbank and stuff were there. But the badge and the ticker, that really shitty, shiny, reflective material, which is not really what we want, people. It's not what we want. Nike clearly hates us. Kit looks busy. Is the home kit a rainbow badge? No, I don't think so. Not that I've seen. Don't like the pattern. It's horrible and ruins it. Do you know what? I thought that as well a couple seasons back when Tuchel was here and we had that home shirt with the half and half pattern thing on it. It actually grew on me quite a lot as well. The logo is back to the 70s. Seriously, Chelsea must be looking for a proper goalkeeper. I do agree on that. What time? I don't know, bro. I don't know where you're watching from in the world. It's in America, so whatever the time difference is there. This is better than we've been getting recently. I'd say so. Although to be fair, I did really like the away kit last season. I did really like it. Not crazy about all the. Yeah, there is quite a lot going on. Dead jersey, fair. Hate this sticker crap nowadays. Embroidery is the way to go. Yeah, I don't know why it's not embroidered. It's tacky. Well, he will have to because he's contracted to the club. But let's wait and see if he gets to move away or not. I would like that new away kit. The sponsorship's going to make or break it. They couldn't line up the new sponsor home badge. I don't think we've got a new home badge. I think the plan is to assess Jackson until January. And I've mentioned this the last couple of nights. I wouldn't completely rule that out. 10 times better than United's away kit. I would agree on that. Your UK, fair. I don't know what time they're set to kick off in America. I've not actually looked, so I don't know. But it's all on the club website, so you can look on that. How are you feeling about Mason leaving? Yeah, disappointed. Wish it hadn't come to that, but it is what it is, unfortunately. I remember the yellow 18-19 away kit for you when you played Spurs. Yeah, the yellow away. I always like a yellow kit. I'm a fan of a yellow kit. Not been a decent kit for a good few seasons now. I disagree. Actually, do you know what? I thought the third kit and the away kit were nice last season. I really like them. These are amazing. Look, again, it will look different in person. It will look different on as well. We still want likes, brother. Let's smash the like buttons from Kenya. Yeah, guys, we still want the likes. We're about to round this one out. We still want those likes. 105 likes on my channel. Let's try and get Chelsea Fan TV to 250, maybe even 300 if possible, people. Still 100 of you locked in on my channel, guys. So big up to all of you. Is Anana coming to Chelsea? The goalkeeper's not. The midfielder, maybe. Ideal is Allianz looks so clean. End of the day, that's about how much dough it brings. Absolutely, it is, bro. You up for getting Vlahovic or sticking? I would take Vlahovic, but I'm not sure if we'll do it. I like it. Reminds me a bit of the training kit. Do you think we should get Felix? Is not coming back to Chelsea. If we sign Caicedo, are we going to sign anyone else? Yeah, I think we will sign other players, but I don't know who. 19th of July. Are we a top 4 team next season? I'll say no, if I'm being honest. I think 5th or 6th at this point in time for me. At least we haven't joined the grotty green theme. Yeah, that is true. The shirt's okay. The shirt's okay. Update. Confirm the link. The Nike has been spotted early in shops. Fair. Yeah, I don't know how they get these. We haven't got a sponsor, so I guess you could maybe buy it like that. But it looks good. We do need 2 more mids after that. But yeah, guys, I think this is going to be a good point to round this one out. It's been a great stream tonight, people. Big up to all of you in the chat, as always. It's greatly appreciated you interacting. It's always good fun interacting with you guys as well. But yeah, it's been a bit of Chelsea news to go through tonight. Really enjoyed this one, as I always do every stream. Thank you so much for getting involved, guys. Thank you so much for everything you do in these streams. It is greatly appreciated by myself. On the way out, guys, if you could smash the likes, final call for smashing those likes. Let's try and get me to 120 likes if we can. Another 14 likes, another 12 likes on the way out. Please do that. It'll be massively appreciated. Smash the likes over on Chelsea Fan TV. For the final time, lads, I'm going to put the stream. I'm going to put the links to both channels in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to both channels on your way out. It takes seconds and it means the world to us. It would be massively, massively appreciated. So please make sure you do subscribe to both channels. It is greatly appreciated. The links to both channels are in there now. Thanks for all the support, guys. Massively appreciated. Guys, I'll be back again tomorrow with more transfer news. Let's wait and see what tomorrow's got in store for us. But on the way out, keep smashing the likes. Keep subscribing to both channels. Take care. Enjoy what's left of the weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and up the Chels.